So, you guys know that I do the majority of my videos driving. Again, because I'm usually alone. Makes it a lot easier to do these videos. But, don't mind my giant thumb in the way. I'm trying to get it.
Beaver.
Who?
There's a beaver on the road.
There's a beaver? Are you sure it wasn't a groundhog?
It was something gray.
Okay, so this is why I do a lot of videos by myself. Alright, I'm just gonna tell you now.
A distractor.
So, anyways, sorry. So let's try that again. Apparently, I got a phone call in the middle of my video.
And she immediately hung
I don't know why
up.
people call me. I don't answer the phone. So, anyways, so yesterday, I went to Kroger and I got a ton of like chicken leg quarters and ground beef and
Onions and potatoes and carrots.
well, I had the potatoes, and I got some
carrots.
pork. Yeah, I got carrots.
And pork tenderloin.
I got pork tenderloin. Well, like actually, it was Boston butt. So anyway, regardless, I went to the grocery store and I got a ton of stuff because they had the meat on sale. Usually, Kroger will put their meat on sale in the summertime, especially the kind of cheaper cuts like chicken leg quarters. And I can get a 10-pound bag for like $6. So I went and picked all that up, right? Everything was cool. I was gonna go see Jared because it was his birthday at work, and he wasn't there. And come to find out, they were in like 16 calls in 24 hours. So he's tired. So I come home, got my brand new pressure canner. So excited, right? Everything's great. Chase, you can't beat me to the end of the story, okay? So, we started. What did we start with?
We started with the beef stew.
No, we were doing something before that. So, I did the ground beef. So, what I do is, I actually cook all of my ground beef. Well, not all of it, but I cook a lot of it beforehand, so that when it comes time for dinner, all I have to do is take out a fully cooked portion and throw it in, put it in the pot, put it in the sauce or, whatever I'm making. And that actually works really well for us, especially since, this one, and they can't see you, buddy. You gotta come a little closer. I think that's a song. So anyways, so I went ahead and cooked this one's in baseball. The other one's in baseball. I think what we're going to do, though, is we're going to put him in baseball more often and put the other one in soccer, because the other one really likes soccer and this one really likes baseball, and this one's really, really good at baseball. And I'm not just saying that because Jackson is the kid that'll sit there and pick flowers in the field. Okay, that's just what he does. This one is actually really good. He's a great hitter. We just obviously need to practice with him, and he's really good. So, regardless. So, on nights where we have practice and games and whatever, it's a pain in the ass to get dinner on the table. And I'm tired, to be quite honest, I'm tired of Zaxby's. Tired of Chick-fil-A. I'm tired of
all of the chicken stuff.
We don't eat all the fast food. Like, we will eat Zaxby's and we'll eat Chick-fil-A, and that's about it. Everything else I feel is not real food. It's, and Zaxby's will at least kind of rot. Kind of. And Chick-fil-A will rot. So I kind of feel better about that. So anyways, ground beef. We take a couple pounds. So I bought 36 pounds of ground beef. And I flattened, and I do them in 1.5 pound increments because I have 2 growing boys, and then I have Jared who eats a lot, and then I eat a lot too. So 1.5 pound increments are what we need, because we all eat a ton. So, I flatten them out, and Jackson did that yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Jackson, he does really good with that, and I think it's because he likes playing with the rolling pin.
And I was the one who was washing the mason jars.
Yeah, he was trying to wash mason jars until he got a little lazy.
And failed.
Well, you didn't fail. You did a good job. You just didn't get all the little grainy stuff out of the because our mason jars are old, guys. Like, I've had them since Texas. So we're talking 8 years or so I've had these things. So they're old. So we turn around. He's washing mason jars. He's leaving like residue in them. And I'm like, yo, I got this. Go stir the ground beef. So he finished off the ground beef, browning the ground beef. We rinsed it out and let it cool down. And then he ladled it out into 12 Ziploc bags. And he did great. I mean, there wasn't any that were significantly less than the other. So he did a really good job. And thank you.
You're welcome.
So then we started working on the ground beef. And what I do is, if I can't get beef tips on sale, what I do is
Well, everything's selling today.
Huh?
I said, wow, everything's selling today. And you were talking about the beef tips.
Yes, those beef tips. So, see, this is why I'm glad he's in here, because he can remind me what I was talking about. This is actually kind of nice. So, anyway, I buy like a big beef chuck roast thing, and I'll cut it down. The downside is you got to cut a lot of the fat off, and him and Jackson are helping me cut the fat off, and my knives are dull because they're old and they don't sharpen very well. They're your typical $100 Walmart special. Like, they're good knives, sort of. So we get it all trimmed down and get everything in the pot, in the little jars, and I do pint jars because this one likes beef stew, and I like beef stew, and sometimes
Really good.
Yeah, and sometimes that's what we want for lunch. And
They make really good rolls.
Yeah, he does make really good rolls. He makes yeast rolls, like you gotta rise them and the whole night. He makes them pretty good. So anyways, so I was like, all right, cool beans. Got the jars loaded. Got the beef broth put in. Got the headspace done. Got the bubbles out. Everything was cool, right? It's great.
Wait, tell them about the limited concentration.
I will. So everything's fine, right? Trying to get my pressure canner brought up to temp. Won't go up. Can't get it to temperature. Can't get it to pressure. And I'm like, what the hell? All right, well, normally if your canner is struggling to get to temperature, you put, especially a pressure canner, you can put the lid on it, and that'll help get it to temperature so that you can put your jars in there a little bit faster. It's not recommended. You don't want to sit there and lock it. You just want to make it so the steam can't get out all the way. You want to make sure it can vent so that when you take the lid off, it doesn't. This has happened to me.
Smoke everywhere.
No, not smoke, steam, and it burns and hurts. So,
Ow.
so anyway, I put the lid on it, and it will not come to temp. It won't do anything. And I said, all right, fine. Well, one of the things that you can do is you can reduce the space in it. So I put the jars in there. Put the lid on it. Again, not tight because I want it to heat up. And the jars were cold packed, and you want to make sure that everything's brought to temperature kind of all at the same time. So, okay, fine. Get the jars in there. Double air. I've got 18 pints in this canner. Ready to go. And mind you, at this point in this process, the water has been boiling. It's been on the burner for like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. And it will not come to pressure. So I put the lid on. And I tighten the lid. And it will not come to pressure. Will not do it. Absolutely will not do it. And I'm like, what is going on? So I get on the manufacturer's website. Yep, I've got a glass top stove. You know what it doesn't work on? A glass top stove. The bottom is concave. Now, thermodynamics and thermo whatever is not my strong suit, y'all. It's not. I never even stopped to think that it wouldn't work. So, I now have a brand new pressure canner, brand new out of the box.
And it won't even work.
Won't work. Can't get it to work. And I'm like, son of a biscuit eater. Are you kidding me right now? So, I get on Facebook. And I'm a part of a group called, I think it's like Canning Rebels or Rebel Canning or something like that. And it's people just like me. People that don't listen. People that are going to do what they want to do. And they accept the risks involved in, not canning, quote, appropriately. So, I get on there and I'm like, I got 8, what do I do? I got this brand, it's not working. I don't know what to do, guys. Help me out here. I got 18 pints of, beef stew that I got to get canned, and this is not working. And, this one lady gets on there and she's like, what's the brand of the thing? And so I sent her a picture of the box, figuring that would be the safest thing. And mind you, there is nothing on the box, on the Amazon description, nothing that says that you cannot use it on a glass cooktop stove.
Well, Mom, why don't you tell them why it won't work on a glass cooktop?
I'm working on it. But it being, I kind of did. So the problem is that on glass cooktops, the heat has to go through the glass, right? And that glass is tempered so that it doesn't break as easily. So that's problem number one.
You just smash something on it.
Yeah, unless you smash something on it, which is not a good idea.
No.
So the second problem is that the bottom of the pressure canner is actually concave, and so there's not enough surface area on the pressure canner bottom to sit on the glass top stove. So it is never going to get to temperature. And I talked to one lady, and she said, all you got to do is put it on a propane burner, an outdoor stove, whatever. She said, I've been doing that for years. She said, I don't have AC. She said, so when I, my cannon in the middle of summer, it's hot. And I ain't doing this stuff in my house. And I'm like, that's actually a really good idea. Guess what I have?
A stove.
I have an outdoor burner for, like Low Country boils and, whatever.
Barbecues.
And, not so much on the barbecue. Turkey fryer. So, I Google. And I'm like, hey, what's the process? How does this work? What do I need to do? And every single, blog post, USDA, canning websites, everything is like, don't do it. And I'm like, okay, but why? I need to know why. Because again, I don't listen. So I'm like, all right, but I get that I can't do it according to you. I get that, but why? And it wouldn't tell me why. And so finally, I go back to the same lady that was on Facebook, and I was like, all right, listen, it's saying that I can't do it, and I understand that I can do it, but I want to know why it's not a good idea. Because in my world, in my thought process is that where'd it go?
It tipped.
Tipped. It super tipped. Oh, that's too far. Too far.
It's
a little bit better.
Need to tip it a bit more. Hey.
There we go. So I want to know why. Why is this not going to work? Why is it a bad idea? Well, I want to know. I want to make the risk assessment for myself. So she's like, darling, I've been doing this for years. It's fine. So I sent her a picture of the box of the turkey fryer thingy that I have. And, I'm like, will this work? She goes, yeah, it'll work fine. And I said,
not
okay.
On a glass top tip? Not on a glass top stove.
So,
I don't think it doesn't work on.
Yeah. Well, the pressure canner will not work on a glass top stove, but it will work on this. So, she showed me a picture of her setup, and my God, it's almost exactly identical. Cool.
What was
awesome.
the only difference?
It was a different style pressure canner. So, anyways, during this whole debacle, I am beyond livid because, I'm sorry, this thing was $140. I am not made of money. I want it to work. I want what I buy to work. And so I'm really frustrated. The poor kids are like, mom's pissed. We're just gonna do this over here.
And stay away from her.
So, I mean, I'm not awful, but I have a frustration problem. And when I have a frustration problem, I tend to lash out, and I'm working on it, and I've been working on it for years because I don't want to yell at my kids.
Jackson, my brother doesn't like being yelled at, but
check this out. So they're like, Mom, why do you always yell?
we don't listen.
Literally, like legit, Jackson, do the dishes.
Doesn't do them.
Didn't do anything. Just, okay, Mommy. And stayed right there. Didn't move at all. And then, Buddy, I need you to do the dishes.
Okay.
Okay.
Nothing.
And I'm like, do the dishes! And he's like, oh, okay. And he starts doing the dishes. He's like, why are you always yelling at me? And I'm like,
you don't listen.
like, I don't know what else to do. You know, he does the same thing. He does almost the exact same thing, but he will turn around. He will start doing stuff randomly. Like, you know, he'll start vacuuming the floor. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like,
doing my chores.
I'm doing my chores. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Now you don't have to say something.
Now I don't have to say something. So, and then, you know, and then the flip side is that he'll turn around and he'll not do anything, 17 times after I've asked him. They're boys, they're kids. This is how it is. I don't have the patience of a saint. My sister-in-law, I love her to pieces. She's got 5 of them. I don't know how she does it.
Sarah.
So, anyways, so I'm then trying to water bath can beef stew, and you're not supposed to, but if you water bath can anything for 3 hours, it's good. So that's what we're doing. Water bath canning for 3 hours. In fact, so last night I was like, well, you know, we'll just make beef stew tonight for dinner.
Didn't even work.
I forgot until I remembered the one time that I tried to break the seal of a hot jar. One time. That's all it took. I remembered. So, I don't break seals on hot jars, and these were still very hot jars. So, I was like, you know what, we'll just make hamburger helper. Damn it. You know, I was actually kind of looking forward to beef stew. It smelled delicious. So anyways, we get everything pulled out of the pressure canner. And while this whole debacle is going down, I can lemonade concentrate. Because these guys
love lemonade.
Will go through 2 gallons of lemonade in like 5 minutes. It's not that bad, but it's close. I mean, it's legit.
Jackson and I love lemonade.
Love it. So anyway, so that was my debacle. So today I'm going to Walmart, and I'm praying that they have a pressure canner
that can work on a glass top stove.
That will work. All I need is a Presto. I know those work because the last pressure canner that I had, I don't even know where mine went. Like, they're gone. So I know that I've got one, and I know that they work, so that's what I need. And so that's where we're going to see if we can find. Plus, I need pint jars because I promised Jared to make salsa, and I make a bomb salsa, if I say so myself.
And I do make some bomb rolls.
You do make bomb rolls. So we're at Walmart now, and at least it's not on a weekend day. That's terrible. You want to see me get very upset very quickly? Send me to Walmart on the weekend. There's a reason why I love my job. I love my schedule. It's because I don't have to deal with
traffic and people.
So anyways, guys, if you like this video, hit the subscribe button. If you've got questions.
Wait, hang on. I'm talking about the bottom.
Oh, yeah, the bottom of the lemonade. One jar, like, just came right out. And so then all my jars are sticky. But my kitchen smelled like lemonade for like, I don't know.
Which is actually kind of nice.
Hours.
Which is kind of nice.
So, and he's like, why did that happen? And I was like, well, you gotta remember, buddy, like, these jars are 8 or 9 years old, you know, and then they move. So we move, you know, I've got them, so from the manufacturer, right, to Walmart or wherever I bought them from, that move. And then from bringing them home to our Gainesville house. We lived in Gainesville, Texas, when Jared was in the Army.
Which we were
Gatesville. And then we moved from Gatesville, Texas to Winder, Georgia in a U-Haul truck. And then we moved from Winder to Gainesville, and then Gainesville to Habersham. So we have moved a ton with these jars. To be honest with you, I'm surprised more didn't break. So I left Jared in charge of the pressure canner, or excuse me, the water bath canner, because like I said, I got 12 or 13 jars of beef stew in the water bath canner, and we'll use those first. And then, like I said, he's setting up for the pressure canner at home, and then I'm gonna see if I can find a pressure canner here, just in case that one doesn't work. If it doesn't work, I'm returning it. This is ridiculous. But
by the way, use vinegar whenever you're doing the wipe, do the rim.
When you're canning?
Yes.
Yeah. So
use vinegar.
he learned something new yesterday.
Use vinegar when you're cleaning the rim.
Why?
A fact.
Okay. Vinegar acts as a degreaser.
So you can put the lid on and
it seals.
Very easily, actually.
So, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, put them in the comments. We're going into Walmart. Wish us luck.
See you soon.